go. We're live and rolling. I'm just getting it so I can get the mat in. For those of you that catch up with this later on, you will probably wonder, why doesn't Dave get it set up properly in advance? It's because I have small humans in my house. That can see up to the corner. Can't see any of the cards or anything, which is fine because we're going to tell people what we've got going on. Could you beer me, Sam, please? That's how professional we are. I am going to have my compatriot on the other side of the board. In fact, he's my enemy. He's not my compatriot. On the other side of the board, get me a beer. Because it's the evening here in England. I am not an alcoholic, I promise. Hello, welcome to another exciting live session of the Energon Hustlers.
Yeah.
Sam's here again. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're playing a different game today.
We are.
But this is a game we have played once or twice.
A couple of times. I think you might be slightly more experienced with it than me, though I've played enough X-Wing in my time. Today is a little bit new for me, Dave. You probably know this is actually the first time I'm running Scum and Villainy.
I know.
And I'm very excited. Look at the Mandalorian. Look at him.
When did he arrive?
He arrived yesterday. He's been admired for 24 hours, and now he has to perform. I'm hoping that he's going to take some Rebel heads, because nobody likes the Rebel Alliance. You'd never catch me playing them, would you?
No. For regular viewers of the channel, me and Sam play a lot of games together, and we play down the local store. So everyone that goes to a local store knows that Sam is a Rebel Alliance / Resistance player.
Yeah, a bit of Resistance.
You're a goody two shoes.
Sometimes. Depends how many torpedoes I take.
Well, this is true.
Respect the outcome a bit.
But
Yeah.
So we're playing a spot of X-Wing. So we're playing with the current rule set, which is 2. Whatever it's called now, 2.6 or whatever people are calling it. So basically the second iteration of the Atomic Mass Games rule set. So we are playing the missions tonight. We're playing a 12-round game or 1 hour 15. We're going to play like the old thing, like it was a tournament round, because events have started again. I used to be a huge X-Wing player. Pre-pandemic, it was my game. I went and did system opens and all the regionals and all that sort of thing. And Sam, you came into it with second edition because you hated first.
Yes, first was not quite my cup of tea, but very much enjoyed second, playing with a lot of people in the local Plymouth scene, which obviously was massive.
Yeah, the people are still there, but I think COVID kind of put the kibosh on a bit. It is recovering slowly. Yeah. We have our local TO starting to run events again, and things are starting to happen in Cornwall as well. Big shout out to the boys in Tin Squadron as well, and all my fellow Marauders far and wide across the city of Plymouth. Yeah. We're playing, Scramble the Transmissions today. This is scenario whatever it is. Sam, I'm going to let you run through your list first, because it is all shiny new. Although 2 of the ships aren't, but you did get them very recently.
I did, yes, very recently. I'm officially calling this Missed Triggers .list, because I'm used to being a Rebel player, you understand. We're not allowed upgrades in the Rebel Alliance, but for anybody's interest, I am running the Mandalorian, Din Djarin himself. I have a marksmanship with that, with Fearless. We've got the child, Baby Yoda is in the game. A jamming beam, BT1, ablative plating, the Razor Crest, and there is a unknown card under the Razor Crest that might come up at some point.
What could it be?
I wonder. Kanan Jarrus with Maul for that amazing ability using his force, gave him a bit more force, have him a chance to impact the game a bit more. And then, of course, Boba Fett, everyone's favourite. 000 on Boba Fett. Predator, Veteran Tail Gunner, False Transponder Codes, Ablative Plating again. Marauder as the title, with delayed fuses and the new Electrotraff missiles, which I'm looking forward to causing havoc with.
Yes. It looks nasty on paper. It's almost very thematic, except Kanan's in it.
A little bit, yeah.
But
he's got lost.
But he has got lost in time.
Veil of the Force.
Yeah, Veil of the Force and all that malarkey.
Yeah.
It looks to be a good list. I love Boba Fett. I've flown him since second edition was launched. Give myself a bit more room to move around the table. I'm looking forward to this. I don't own the Razor Crest. I've kind of not been buying. I've been buying the card packs, but not many of the new ships. So yeah, I this is the first time I've seen him. Obviously, I've seen the cards, I've read them when they were spoiling it, but it's the first time I've gone up against him, so it's going to be interesting.
It is.
On the other side of the table, so we think you kidnapped Grogu, so we've come to rescue him. This is Luke Skywalker. He sensed your presence in the Force.
Yeah.
He thinks Boba Fett, because Boba Fett was a meanie to his buddy Han.
Yeah, not really his best mate, is he?
No.
No.
So we think you've kidnapped Grogu,
That's fine.
and as another dirty Mandalorian bounty hunter. So we don't know he's a good guy, really.
No.
But I'm running Rebel Alliance list. Sadly, it's 19 points, Sam. There you are. I couldn't get the pilots I wanted for 20.
I'm just gonna show that to the camera. That's my first victory
That's
point.
what a nice player I am. I've given you a free point because that's
Very
how I roll.
excited.
I will state on record, officially here, I think the deficit rule is rubbish.
And I agree with you.
If there was bids in the game still, it would serve a purpose. It does not serve anything. It's just penalised me for what I wanted to play. These three characters and I'm being penalised. So the characters I'm playing, I've got Luke Skywalker in Red 5. We have got Predator on him, which is quite spicy that he can take a talent now.
Yeah.
We've got proton torpedoes, R2D2, and the obligatory S-foils card to do the flippity flappity wings. He's got his mate with him, he's got Han, which is why we're here, because we don't like Boba Fett. So we've got Han Solo in the Falcon, with Trick Shot, Chewbacca, because theme, Millennium Falcon title, because theme, and it's free now.
Yeah.
Rig Cargo Chute, because who doesn't like dropping more obstacles for Han. Hot Shot Gunner, because that's funny.
Very good.
And engine upgrade to make those boosts white.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I think I've used it once since I bought the whatever box set it was, the one with Hera in it. Can't even remember. Phoenix Cell. I've got Ahsoka Tano in an A-Wing with Predator, munitions failsafe, and proton rockets.
I'm quite excited to see Ahsoka myself. Again, Rebel player here. I've played quite a bit with Luke. I've played quite a bit with Han. I haven't seen what a proton rocket backed by 3 Force looks like. I think that could be a bit scary.
Yeah, and after seeing you have that horrific dice roll the other week off camera, where Hera got her bullseye proton rocket shot lined up, and then just rolled focus blank.
Yes.
And I was like, well, maybe you should fail safe. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
So we've set dials for turn 1. Sam, if you could do a timer, that would be ace.
Excellent. We'll get that started.
And I'm going to ask you to do something else in a minute before we get started. And we're going to roll. Because we've rolled already for the deployment. Then do we roll? We roll again.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have got hit focus.
And I have got
Hit focus. So that beats me. So Sam, it's given me another excuse to use this useless token.
Thank you ever so much.
Could you get that electronic cigarette for me? That's on charge over there, because I don't want to knock my camera over.
Yeah, that's what it should be on.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you all. So for those watching on catch up, there is no overlay. For my pre-recorded videos, I do normally have, I do bring up all the flashy card symbols and all that, and I'll do some editing post record, but this is live, rough and ready, because my laptop is rubbish. We're actually streaming from my phone. So unfortunately, there is no overlay, but we're going to try and give you the blow-by-blow account of the game and try and give you the picture of what's happening as it happens. So, without further ado, we'll enter turn 1, which on my countdown timer from By the Same Token starts at 12.
Time has begun.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you, and you too. Well, we open off straight with Kane, who happens to also be going straight.
There might be some lively sounds from our local neighbours. We live in the city centre in Plymouth, and it's always a bit interesting as to what happens, particularly as we draw closer to the weekend when people start drinking.
That is always a risk that people take, isn't it? Yeah. Kane's got a lot of options to him. I'm not too fussed about him this turn. I don't think you're coming straight for him. I might be wrong, but we're just gonna give him a healthy little green token, keep him happy.
Okay.
So I think it will be
It's all yours.
all of mine.
You won the first player.
My entire squad. That's okay. Popper's just going to trundle up behind him. We don't know quite where you're going. We're not too worried.
This is interesting because normally when Boba Fett's been on the board when we play, it's me playing him. I play Boba Fett a lot. Friends of mine that know me through the X-Wing community will definitely see me run him multiple times on
Cheeky little boost there for Boba Fett.
cheeky boost. Well, who would not do a cheeky boost?
Absolutely. And finally,
The Mando.
Forward to the Mando.
So I'm really interested to see how he plays, because this game might dictate whether I go and buy him as well. Because out of all the new ships, he's the one that's kind of like, yeah, I quite like him. I haven't bought any ships for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to do Ahsoka. She's going 3 straight. And I'm just going to look at Han's dial. I think I'm going to boost Ahsoka. We may forget things. Because we're not playing in a tournament setting, we'll probably be a little bit lenient with each other, as we are playing over my dining table. Obviously, when we play tournaments, we don't ask for takesy backsies or I forgot this trigger.
No.
But we're both playing. I haven't played very much at all recently. Puke Skywalker is going to go for 2 straight. His S4s are shut at the start of the game. I've assigned the condition because he's got the child, the merciless pursuit. But this is merciful pursuit. I'm a Jedi Knight, like my father before me. Luke's going to go 2 straight. I don't think the boost is a good but angle boost is good there, so I'm going to take a 1 forward boost, because whilst he's got his S4 shut, he can do the boost. But this does literally feel like I'm playing one of your lists.
It is. It is one of my lists, almost, isn't it?
It really is.
Han and Luke and some support ship. That's the
thing. It'd be interesting to see how Ahsoka goes. I'm just doing. I didn't know where you were going with Boba, so
No, quite reasonable.
Nice lazy start from Captain Solo.
Han remembers his last encounter with Boba. He's not.
He does. He ended up in carbonite.
He did a bit. Yeah. Boba Fett.
Let's boost all round for the Rebel Alliance list. We're not doing the old 1 forward to victory, that's for sure. So you're playing with your force on the table, I'm playing my force on the table. It's kind of like a common practice there. I don't think there's any shooting.
I don't think so either.
I've been playing Battletech today, so my range perception is completely off, because that's measured in inches by, 42-inch ranges, and this is
Indeed.
this is just not right. Obviously, if I was doing this post-record, I might cut out the playing phase so people don't get that ominous silence as our brains tick over.
Thinking. Yes.
What are you doing, Bobber?
Lots of thinking.
What are you doing, Mr. Fent?
He's going forward, probably, but he might not.
Yeah. I may regret this, but we shall see. So we're going to roll for one of the things, like for those people watching that haven't seen the latest rule set, we have to roll for first player after we've planned our dials. Cause a bit of a stir amongst the community.
Yeah.
I have a very poor roll of focus blank blank.
That's going to be very important in this game with 2 I5 ships apiece. So, I've got hit and a crit.
So that, because you rolled a crit, that means you are first player this round.
First player token remains with me. Fantastic. That could be all the difference. Or or it could not. Ken's just going to bumble forwards. He's feeling quite comfortable where he is, I think.
That's what Kanan does. He doesn't need to fight. All he does is protect.
I quite agree. I'm just going to pop a little green token focus down there.
Focus. Look at you, your promo focuses.
And then it's going to be. I know they're quite nice, aren't they?
No.
And then it's over to me, I think, for the rest of my list as well. So we've got a 3 bank there from Bobber. Heading towards that north objective.
Okay.
I thought let's
You're going to claim it.
make certain we claim it. Yes, please.
Right, so tonight's Sam is going to be the red player.
Is that an action?
It is.
Well,
It's
I
your
thought it
scenario action.
I thought it was. And then the Mandalorian is going to be doing something ever so similar, but just setting ourselves up in case Luke wants to come and be mean to us. Yeah. I'm sure he won't, because Luke is a good guy, and there's no possible way he'd fire on the heroes of the latest show, would he? That would be awful. So let's think a little evade there. I'm not used to be honest with evade again.
I know. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
Ahsoka is going to do a hard one, and she is going to, after you fully execute maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 and spend 2 of your force, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2, which is Captain Solo, and he's going to take a boost.
Lovely.
So we get a little bit further up the map. We've had lots of games on tonight. So the reason we're doing live stuff today is, there is a reason, we're not just randomly playing live X-Wing, because we could have done this months ago. We are trying to raise money for the Children's Society by doing the 100 hours of gaming challenge. It sounds easy. It's 25 hours a week, which again sounds easy. I'm telling you, it's not. It's not easy.
No.
It really is not easy. So yeah, I'm trying to raise money and all that jazz. So there is a link to the fundraiser in the description. Obviously, there's no obligation whatsoever. I'm not trying to get everyone who views this to donate, but if you can spare anything, I know the charity would really appreciate it. So that's her after she fully executes a maneuver. Then she's got her own ability. So she's got the old vector thruster. So after you perform that, she may perform a red boost action. She's just going to barrel.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do Han Solo. No, I'm not. I'm going to do Luke. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
Before I activate, I'm going to lock S-Force into attack position and sending on a hard 2 to the right, which is a little bit close to that.
It is.
But
I think you're alright.
I'm a pro.
Luke has done this before.
More luck than judgment, I feel here. I have the Force, I have this. I am going to use a scenario action, because we're now on...
We are, turn 2.
We are on turn 2. So we should have done the turn dial. This is the thing, we're still very new to this. So this counts down to 0, rather than counting up to 12, which is quite confusing. I'm the other player. I'm going to put the blue token onto the central satellite, hopefully recover some of that deficit that I've incurred earlier, and then Han Solo is going to go hard 2. Also a little bit closer to the thing that I wanted.
Large spaceships.
But
You got away with it.
it's Han Solo. He's done this before. He's right on top of that objective. I'm putting my token on it.
Very good.
So we're down to start of engagement phase. I don't know if you've got any triggers. I don't believe I have.
Not for this particular moment, no.
He's got 9 health. He's a little bit less than Boba. Right. So start with Han to shoot. I don't think he has a shot.
I don't think so either.
But he did what I wanted him to do, which is go and nab that objective
Grab that
early.
objective. Yeah, absolutely.
With a little bit of help from Ahsoka there. Yes. No shot from Han, so it's your 5s. Obviously, Fett's got no shot because his fire arcs are pointing front and back.
Yep.
But Mando
Mando definitely does have
has a range 3 into
I'm going to
Mr.
take
Skywalker.
range 3 into Mr. Skywalker every day of the week. So I'm just going to have a quick check for all of the triggers I could
All of the
potentially
things.
miss. Yeah. All the text will change. One thing to me. But that's why you call me front primary attack. If the attack mentions 1, it's not. Brilliant. Good to know. What's going to attack? 2 or more. You are all good. So we're going to get some dice going there. That's a beautiful opening salvo for me on hit and crit. I'm happy with that.
I will use the Force.
You'll use the Force.
And take nothing.
Very good, Luke. Very good.
Right, so I got some choices here. So what does Kanan trigger at? Is it
so Kanan triggers, while the ship is in your turret, while the ship in your turret defends, you may spend 1 Force. If you do, the attacker rolls 1 fewer dice.
so you can protect him.
I can indeed.
You can protect. I've been using Kanan a lot with Dengar and Cad Bane, and it is
Great combo.
It is fun.
Absolutely fantastic.
So I can take a shot onto Mando. I will get a lock off Mercer's Pursuit.
You will.
You do not have false transponders as far as I know.
Not on Mando.
It could be underneath the Razor Crest.
It's true.
But I won't have Predator here. But I think I'm going to be rolling just 2 dice anyway, so I don't think it really matters that much. I'm going to take a shot onto the Razor Crest at range 3.
Fantastic.
Do you wish to reduce it? Of course you do.
Indeed. Yeah, Kanan will spend a Force.
So I'm just going to be rolling 2 dice, and it's a 1-hitter.
It's a 1-hitter. You never know where it can go through. So the Mando has an evade of 2, and obviously I'm adding 1 there for the range value.
Yeah, and you've got an evade token, so it's not going to hurt you.
So it's not going to hurt me at all, no.
Not going to hurt you at all. However, I perform an attack and I have Merciless Pursuit. I'm going to acquire a lock onto the ship with a child equipped.
Indeed.
I'm going to try and disable. We're here to disable you and board you. We're not here to kill you.
Of course, Master Skywalker. I'm sure that's the honourable thing to do. And that's why you won't be firing any torpedoes this game, because that could be dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So the child.
He's a good shot. You can use the look, if he can blow up the Death Star with pinpoint accuracy, you can take out your engines with a torpedo.
He did kill everybody on the Death Star, Dave. I do have
This
to
is
remind
true.
you of
It is a
that.
war crime.
Yes.
Ahsoka's obviously got no shot from that angle, so we're at the end of the turn, so we're going to regenerate some force if we spent any, and I'm going to score 2 points, you're going to score 1. So I've actually brought the deficit back.
We are back to equal.
So 2 plays 2 at the moment. I'm going to put our little victory point markers here on the edge of the table, so you guys can see them nicely. In fact, you can't see mine there because they're out of shot. So yours are in shot, mine are definitely not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put mine there, and I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. So we are back to
Back to
so this is
dials.
turn 3.
Turn 3. So this is very much for me, I think, where the excitement happens. Obviously, I can see rather manoeuvrable hand here. I probably want to be a little bit worried about where you're going this game, this turn in particular.
Yeah, Sam deployed a nice tight cluster of asteroids, which makes hard flying through them a little bit tricky, but equally he does like a nice asteroid field. Bobber. Bobber worries me somewhat.
I'm pleased. That is kind of what he's there to do.
So then again, I flew Boba Fett a lot.
You really did.
And he is a good ship. So I think one of the big things they introduce is in the Fantasy Flight 2nd edition of the game, you scored half points when you half pointed a ship. Atomic Mass Games have ditched that rule for all but one of the scenarios. So you only get the points for a ship if you actually obliterate it. They really try to encourage this narrative play. We've been playing some Battletech scenarios that kind of feel very similar in feel. And I was very, very concerned about the changes that AMG have made to the game prior to playing them, but I think as soon as we started playing with them, we're like, no, these definitely work.
They work. Yeah, that's definitely my thoughts too.
Let's roll for first player, mate.
Brilliant.
A crit and two
That's
hits.
looking good.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the first player. So
I will pass this token to you.
thank you
Dave.
very much. We're using this came with the game. We're getting to use it.
Yeah.
Right. It's your 3.
It is. So I'm just going to trundle forward a little bit. I can see that Captain Solo is on my tail, and I'm not massively a big fan of that. I'm going to be honest. But you know, he's got a rock to contend with, and where he's got a rock, he's got problems. And I like him having problems. So we're going to just take a. We might just take a cheeky little lock. Maybe. See if we get some rerolls in. So I'm gonna lock Luke.
Mr. Puke Skywalker.
Yeah. So I'll just give you that to take with you.
Right. Well, I'm going to activate Luke. He's in a 1 bank.
Okay.
Kind of guessed Mr. Jarrus would be going there. Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knights, but he's not Jedi here. This is when he's in on the run in hiding before he joins the
Very
Rebel
much
Alliance.
on the run.
I'm thinking that's range 2. Luke is going to take the lock from Mandalorian and put it on Kanan. I don't like you reducing my attacks, and the fact that you can do that twice a turn. I've been doing it with Kanan. Alex, one of our local players from the 186, has been doing it with Kanan, and we all know how dirty you can be. I'm just going to do 2 straight with Ahsoka.
Very nice.
That's a little bit closer than I wanted.
That is a little bit closer than you wanted.
I'm not sure a barrel roll this way gets me anything. It probably puts me. I don't know. It probably puts me my front of my base there.
Possibly.
I can't, however, do what I wanted to do then. So I'm kind of pigeoning her in here.
Yeah, a little bit.
The thing is, an asteroid now in X-wing is pretty much
2 damage.
It could be 2, potentially 2. I do think I'm all right from there. I genuinely, I think I'm okay. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to. I'm not going to spend any force. I'm going to keep that as backup. I am going to take a focus action.
Yeah.
And then it's down to your 5, sir.
Lovely. Okay. Well, the Mandalorian wasn't really sure quite what this very fast approaching craft was, so we did the most sensible thing, which was to put on the brakes. I will be stopping. It is going to give me a little bit of stress because we don't like stopping really fast, especially with a small Yoda creature in the back.
But I do think.
But that seems the correct decision.
What's Bobby doing?
Bobby is just going to do a hard 2.
I guessed he would be coming in hard.
Throw that one in for me.
I think he may have got knocked. I think he was. No, did he bank last round?
He did.
That's why he's at a jaunty angle.
Jaunty angle. Yeah.
So I'm just going to put you there.
Thank you much.
And then we're going to put that on the satellite as it's supposed to be.
So I think we might have just caught Luke at the back, which I'm okay with. So the options are to boost. What's the range for this this disgusting?
Proton rockets are range 1 to 2, sir.
I thought they might be. So I'm probably already in the range 1 to 2, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Let's see what we have on Brother.
And if we have time this evening, it depends on how this game goes, we may be playing a second game live as well, because I need to get those hours up, mate.
You really do. You really do. Okay, under the understanding that I think quite a lot of pain might be coming in, we're going to just take a quick focus with Bobber there.
Sure thing.
Over to
Captain Solo. Han is doing a 2 straight, if I recall.
2 straight, I'll throw that in.
Yes, please.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
So other things we've got coming on the channel this week. Hoping to have a live stream of the Battlestar Galactica board game where we get to swear at each other in Battlestar swearing. So we're going to be saying a lot of fracking.
Oh, frack.
So this was underneath Han, wasn't it?
It was, yes. He's got that.
So he was. So
Yeah.
I think that was about
Yeah.
there. Well, Han, my boogie, you are definitely got your Han reroll up there. Just got to focus. There's no reason not to do anything else here.
Is this a bit of pain coming Kanan's way?
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Whether it works out or not is a different thing.
Quite reasonable.
So you've got Battlestar Galactica on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm playing Battletech tomorrow night down the store. There's going to be some photographs uploaded on the fundraiser. Sunday, I don't know. Probably more Arkham at some point, some Transformers TCG. Sam's going to come and probably play some more board games before the month is out.
Yep.
Because that's what we do. I'd like to get Everdell on.
Everything's brilliant.
I'd love to get Everdell on. Anyway.
So, start of engagement.
Yep.
Before we forget, 000, would you like to take a stress or would you like me to have a calculate?
I don't really want to stress. Equally, the calculate gives you double mods then.
It does indeed.
And you've got Luke at range 1, so you're going to get some re-rolls from both of there.
Yeah.
I am going to have a think about it. It does mean Luke's escape trajectory is a little bit difficult. But Mando stops, he's got to move next turn.
It's true.
Luke will take a stress.
Take the stress. Alrighty then.
It's dirty 000.
Indeed.
Dirty 000. Either way, you've tagged in like 000 on one and BT on the other.
Yeah. What's the plan there?
Right, so Han Solo, I'm going to shoot at Kanan Jarrus. I believe that is an obstructive shot.
That looks obstructed, yeah.
So I would normally be rolling 4 dice here because I have trick shot.
That might just be range 3.
I think it is range
It is
3.
range 3.
So it's range 3.
Yeah.
It is a trick shot. Do you wish to spend a force, mate? So maybe you roll 3 dice.
That was a very, very good question. I think I'm going to have to be honest. He does include himself then, does he?
He does. It's when you. It's when you or you.
Or yeah.
So you can
We'll
do it on
spend
yourself.
that force. Let's bring that down.
Taking away that trick shot. He's not having any
Yeah.
of Han Solo's nonsense.
I think we just want to keep him as alive as we possibly can at this point.
I'm going to spend focus for 3
Yeah,
hits.
for 3 hits. That's all right. Well, I'm getting a decent
I'll take these out of the
roll,
tray.
at
So
least in return.
Ooh. Shields
gosh.
down.
I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think we need to save. So we'll take a shield.
And because I know you've never played with Maul before, you can now take a stress to recover force.
And indeed. I think we're gonna have to do that.
I think you kind of want.
Yeah, we want to be able to do this more than once this turn.
Luke is at range 2. I am going to fire a proton torpedo at Kanan Jarrus.
Funny you should do that.
Do you want to spend a force?
I think I do. Yes, especially with four dice coming back on
So
me.
there's going to be 3 dice coming in.
Yep.
I will use the force twice, I
Very
think.
good.
So that is 3. Well, it's going to be 2 hits and a crit, so I'm going to use the proton torpedo.
Of course.
ability.
He's not running well today.
That's
I will
not good.
spend that force just to get the.
So we're looking at
So
hit
hit
crit.
crit.
So this is could be clutch here if this is direct or.
Very much good. Damaged engines.
Oh, your turns are red.
Upsetting.
All right. Do you want to grab a little crit marker?
That's okay. I will.
However, you can. So you could potentially gain a stress again and be double stressed.
I don't think we need to worry about that because if your luck continues on the A-wing, it won't be a long game.
No. So I could here take a range 3 shot onto Maul,
Yeah.
or I do have a proton rocket
You do.
right on Boba Fett. I think it would be foolhardy to not take the pocket
I
shot,
agree.
because the 5 dice attack when Kanan's run out of force seems like a good idea. You're on my bullseye.
I am.
Which is only relevant for predatory triggers on a primary, so it doesn't work here.
No.
So I'm kind of at the vagaries of what the dice roll, but let's see. I could do 3 here. It's not the best output.
It's not, is it?
You've got 2 dice.
I do.
And a reroll.
I do.
And a focus.
Yes.
3's not terrible.
No.
So I am going to spend a force.
It was for 3. Perfect.
Oh, I'll pick them up now, I'll just put them there. So 3 hits onto Boba Fett.
I mean, it's guaranteed damage, whatever. I get 2 natties out there,
Yeah.
take a single shield. We're not too worried about that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
That is my list is all fired out, so it is
Excellent.
your turn to start pew pew.
I mean, it's going to have to be this range 1 shot.
Right,
So
so
I think
let's
you
do
just catch the back of him. If I
I'll check.
move it here.
I'm not sure you do. You just put your finger on Luke.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with X-Wing. Unlike Battletech, which is real fast and loose, X-Wing, that's the line. I think you just missed me.
Yeah, that's all right. We might have nudged, but that's okay.
I don't think we have.
When I moved, it was very clear. But that's all right. But
Well, the thing is, whilst it may look
just-
clear
yeah.
from the angle I sit as,
okay.
I don't think it is.
Well,
We've obviously got a
I
range
was going to
too.
say, we're not too worried about that, because if I can get Ahsoka down quickly, I'm not. I think you're going to struggle with 2 ships. So we'll go bother. Have this quick check. In the just about in bullseye.
Yeah, definitely in bullseye.
Definitely in bullseye for Predator. So
All day, sir.
re-rolling an attack.
So you may you
And I can re-roll potentially 2 dice. So
you can re-roll 1 because there's 1 enemy ship at range 1.
and for the Predator.
And for yes,
Yeah.
yes.
As long as they're 2 separate re-rolls. But you don't want to re-roll a hit and 2 crits, Dave.
No, you don't. I will dodge 1 and lose my shields.
Yes.
Oh, he's got
Half
angry.
health.
He has got angry. So
Oh.
half health, which used to matter in this scenario, does not matter whatsoever.
But it definitely matters if you're an A-wing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it
On
means
2.
now I'm in the danger zone.
Well, indeed. So we've got a return shot there. Range 2.
Into
Mando
Luke.
into Luke.
I will recover a force.
You will indeed. Let's see if we can just hurt Luke. So obviously, David, I'm sure you remember, you've got the stress there. BT1 allows me to turn one of my hits into a crit for
He
each
does
stress
indeed.
you have, which I'm quite pleased about, as you're sure
He's,
you can
he's,
imagine.
he's good. He's good.
And Fearless will let me change one of my results to a hit anyway, because we are in each other's arms.
Tell it like it is, and on the.
Oh, no, sorry, range 1. It's not really 2.
Well, I'm
That's
just
all
going to shut the door because someone's obviously having a bit of a bad day. And we're going to shut. We normally cut this out. Sam's spinning dice on the floor.
Right, and then we'll re-roll for that. So we've got hit, and then obviously that'll turn to a crit.
Okay. So what was the re-roll
And
for?
I will spend.
Because this is Dijon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you get a re-roll?
Sorry, you can change the dice, but actually I have just realised it is in range 1.
So I think-
so it's going to be just hit crit.
I will use the force and take nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fearless is great at range 1. End of turn, recover force. I'm not going to lie, Ahsoka losing. The thing is, this is kind of what.
We've still got Kanan actually to.
Yes, you have. You got a 2.
Yeah.
So
That's all right.
You're going to shoot into Luke, are you?
I think we're going to just.
I'll recover a force.
Yes, you're going to recover
I'll put
force
Ahsoka
anyway,
back
aren't you?
for
So
it.
that's quite all right.
So he currently doesn't have a force.
Oh,
Spinning
very
dice
nasty,
everywhere. There
very
we go.
nasty. So that's just
One-
a simple
one
hit.
hit.
I'm feeling confident you can still blank this out.
I will spend the force. Use
Yeah,
the force,
that's
then
fine.
recover a force
Yeah.
end of turn, recover force, and Kanan gets 1 back as well.
Fantastic.
I score 2 mission
Okay.
points, you score 1.
Score 1.
So I'm going to go up to. Turn this over, actually, they're double sided, they're clever there. So I go up to 4. And we set dials for the next round, which is round
Yeah.
4.
I did think it was going to be a bit of a bloodthirsty round, and I was right. We've got the dogfight now, though, haven't we? So they're going to smash in, and anything is possible, especially with movement and especially with random dice order.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just don't know where people are going to go. interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Han no longer has a focus though. I'm a bit concerned about Sophie here.
Yeah.
So I did risk it for a biscuit. I didn't think I was going to have such a terrible defence roll.
No.
It just put me in a position where she plinked a shield off and lost both her shields in return.
She's in some trouble. There's no two doubts about it.
But at least she's my cheapest ship, which seems mad having a 3/4
Yeah.
character as my cheapest ship. But she really is. This is going to be an interesting turn.
It really is.
This is the dogfight is joined. This is where the crunch happens. This is where, as Captain Solo says, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins.
My dials are down.
Okay.
I think the difference is I managed to get Kanan very, very, very low.
Oh yeah. I mean, six hits out the bag is never going to be a bad start.
I think having faced him a fair amount and used him a fair amount, I know just how much of a pain in the bum he is. He's like, although he's only a support ship, he kind of needs to
He's
die.
a very powerful support ship, isn't he? His impact on the board is massive.
It is.
So-
It's huge.
Okay, let's get some rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
First player for this turn, possibly me.
That is bouncing a lot on that
You
side,
are.
but that's all right.
That's because you're so strong, Sam.
Clearly, just one.
Just one, so me being first player, but obviously Kanan being the initiative 3 on the board
Yes.
has to activate first.
First. So he's gonna dawdle forward. Because he can't do a huge amount else. And I'm looking to just tuck him up behind Bobber here. But I think
Makes sense.
yeah, and that is blue for him, so it will get rid of his stress, which I'm very pleased about.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably rotate his turret so it's facing that way. Which,
So going backwards. This is the thing with X-Wing. You really need very steady hands
yes,
and very.
I really do.
So yeah, he's got a white rotate. So he's just doing a standard rotate action.
Indeed. Yeah.
I'm going to activate Luke first because that seems to be the way forward. He's going to do a 4K turn
Very good.
because he didn't have to use his lot last time. He rolled focus, and a hit out of hand, didn't he? So he had a very good attack roll, which probably is going to allow him to hopefully get the kill shot on Kanan here. That's the only thing with Kanan. He is relatively low initiative. I'm going to pick up my merry trail of tokens. That. Oh no, I can't K-turn. I have made a mistake here. What a mistake to make.
Yes. I sat there and I thought to myself, oh, why didn't I think Luke was K-turning? No, we
There is a reason.
We both missed that for the
stress
moment.
thing.
And
Well,
it's because of the stress token, yes.
and that is a bit of a noob move, as we like to say, and this is where I've not played very much recently. I just do a white 2 straight instead, keeping the stress. That's frustrating because I should have seen
But he
that.
does have the force, and that is the wonderful thing about Luke, is his ability to just
It
keep.
depends where Mando goes as well.
Keep it,
That could be a game losing manoeuvre because I should not have done that.
Yes.
So it's white 2 straight instead. That makes me look very, very dumb. I have just nudged her, but I do think this was going to clear anyway. But it's the only move I had available to me,
Indeed.
which is that one.
Yeah.
And then she is going to. I don't know where Bob is going here.
No.
Is he turning in?
Mm.
Because if he's turning in, then I do have some problems. But if he does a bank in, I'm going to be dead to rights anyway.
Yeah.
She's going to do an evade, I think, because I don't know where Amanda's going. That's that. Luke, that's going to be Luke out of position for 2 turns now. Well, after I fully execute a manoeuvre, I'm going to give Han a action, which is rotating his turret thusly.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to kind of have to evade here because I don't think I'm going to have guns on.
You want to keep safe. I appreciate that.
And she's going to red boost.
Red boost as well. Very nice.
Oh, bollocks.
Oops, yeah, let's leave that one there. We're all good.
This is also unedited, so there may be the occasional mild swear, but I'll try my best not to drop any F-bombs tonight. But there we go. So, trail of tokens, no force, no nothing, just a very, very poor position from Luke Skywalker there, because I forgot I was stressed, because I'm a moron.
I mean, I could have called you a moron without playing the game if you wanted.
Well, yeah,
that was an option from the start.
That was very frustrating for me.
Right.
Where is Bobby going?
Bob is going to hard 2 in. He wants this fight.
I should have possibly just stayed where I was.
You would have been dandy, as they say. I need to measure this one nice and accurately because there's a small chance.
I think the only solace here is Harney's going to have a good shot this round.
Han is going to be the guy.
You might fit there.
Oh, no, I think we did just nudge by a tiny bit, but that might have been before. Yes, no, it definitely was before. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. X-Wing is a game of precision.
So that's I don't know why me and you play it because we definitely
we're
not that precise.
We are not that good at this. I think I'm just going to take a customary focus with Bobber, just to keep him happy.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a little bit of a bump here because Mando is going to be attempting a similar manoeuvre. I think I had a slight miscalculation with my positioning on Mando. Didn't set him up able to glide through. But that's okay.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a bump here. This is going to be the bump train. The difference is in the previous iteration of the rules. You just skipped your perform action step.
I did indeed.
Whereas now, if you're not stressed, unfortunately Sam is, I don't think you expected me to do something quite so dumb with Luke either.
I confess I was very unsure where Luke was going. Unfortunately, that is a white move, so I will still keep my stress.
But you do have your force.
But I do have my force.
And here's what it is. I'm doing a 1 bank with Han. He's obviously, that's why Ahsoka told him to, Han, turn your guns.
Yeah.
Fall off the base. This is all going very well.
We can slow down.
Yeah. Right. Let's get you on. That's all right, guys. He's got a really dodgy peg because it's.
He does.
It's been broken in the past, so if it breaks again, it's going to be one of those I need to magnetise this ship kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I am kind of feeling here that we need to quite possibly just take Kanan off the board, which is not dealing with either of your heavy hitters.
No.
So this is bumped here, so he should actually be touching. He is now.
Thank you for that.
Because that's relevant for range 1
It's
shots.
very relevant, yes.
Sorry, range 0.
Oh, 0.
Because you can fire at range 0 as well.
You
can! What is Han going to do? I've got my Han reroll. It seems logical here to do.
Just get all of the...
Just do that.
Get all the mods in. Okay,
Right.
So start of engagement. 000. I'm going to... Well, both of your ships are stressed, so who do I want to have more stress? I'm going to ask Luke whether he'd like another stress. Or whether
calculate,
I thought you might give me a calculate. Thank you.
This turn I'm going to. I'm not actually probably going to shoot at Bob this turn, so it's irrelevant. And I should have probably given you the calculate last turn as well.
I think that, yeah.
I think I made a mistake there, but never mind. Han, because Han shoots first, is going to shoot obstructed
It's a trick shot.
Kanan.
Yeah, so...
Range 3, do you wish to spend a force to reduce the incoming fire?
So you're going to be coming at potentially 4 dice.
4, or if you spend a force
4
3.
on 4, and you only need to hit me once. Of course I'm spending that force.
So it's 3. 3 dice attack. I will just spend focus for hit, crit, crit.
That is amazing.
Han wants that Hawk 290
Brilliant.
off the board.
Come on, Kanan. We believe in you. We believe in you.
He didn't even try, Sam. He didn't even try.
No, he didn't. So
How
that's
many
going to
points
be.
is Kanan?
He is 4 points.
So I score 4. I go to 8.
And just for the decks continued, I take hits and then crits, which is a direct hit, which I will resolve, and then another crit, which is a second direct hit.
Well, at least they're out. That's 2 of the 5 out the deck.
He is as dead as it's humanly possible to be.
Well, I'm kind of happy, but I think Ahsoka might be following suit.
I am hoping Ahsoka will be following suit.
Well, she ran out of force, you see.
She did. She did. And she's on half health. Right. So,
That
your
is
fives?
my 5. Well,
yeah.
Luke, I don't think has a shot. I don't think. No, I don't. No, definitely not. No.
It's
close.
very close.
It's close. But
In fairness, that is very close.
that's a funny angle. So I'm going to do a range 2 shot onto
Okay. On to Din Djarin.
to the Mando. It's just naked dice. I roll nothing. Hit focus. So nothing to bother about there. Your 5's back.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to have the Mando probably into Ahsoka. I kind of want to just see if we can finish her off before we get a range 1 shot from Boba, just because I've got slightly better mods with him. So that will be range 2. Just making sure all of mine is good.
Not range 1. Not in bullseye, I don't think either.
No, it isn't.
So no.
No, so I just go to quick. Right. That's fine.
1 hit.
Ooh, upsetting.
1 evade.
That's going to be fine. Okay, and then we are going to have the range 1 shot from Boba.
Well, I think you've got to try
Perhaps-
and take her off the board.
Perhaps should have started with that and then gone for the range 0, but it's the same kind of dice, isn't it? So yeah, we'll go with Boba. Boba is obviously looking a little bit more exciting.
The difference is he isn't touching.
He does have Predator. He does have all of his rerolls.
I'm not sure Predator's in.
I don't think
Unless
so.
you're firing
I
high.
agree. It's not.
So you do have your nonsense Boba Fett Ranger
Yeah.
1 reroll. So you've got
Yeah.
2 ships at range 1. So
Yeah, so
2
potentially
rerolls.
2 rerolls on these.
This is looking
Spotlight
bad.
attack. I will just spend the focus for 4 hits.
Well, that is a guaranteed dead A-wing. Doesn't matter what I roll here. So
Yeah.
I take 3 hits.
Lovely.
Ahsoka Tano, the lovely Ahsoka.
5
Cannot
points.
wait. Yeah, she is 5 points. Cannot wait for her show to.
Not quite
come.
happening yet. No. See, that's why we wanted Mando to take her off the board. He's still in TV, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, Boba is as well. Personally, anything we say on the show is a personal opinion. I personally wasn't that enthused with the Book of Boba Fett. It had some good moments, but it wasn't amazing.
I agree.
So we're actually tied on points. However, I'm about to go up to 10, and you're going to go to 9.
I'm going to get that next turn.
You are.
I'm hoping. So
I think the difference is, so our 2 support ships are down.
yeah.
So I get 2 more points. So I'm on 10. You're on 9.
I'm on 9. Yeah.
Very close. This is, and that's what I'm loving about this
Tight,
this
isn't
game.
it? Yeah.
Well, this is a bit rubbish. I'm not going to lie. I did like Ahsoka. I thought her
Her rocket was a.
It could have been better.
It could have been better, but and I think having those 3 force makes her able to take those kind of risks that we might not normally.
She's very good, I think, at providing that support. She's a bit like the role that Jake Farrell plays at a point less, but with force and a higher initiative.
Yeah.
Right then, we have got to make some decisions
I
here
hear
this
you there.
round. Now I just have to hope Han Solo's superior superior skill is going to help him out here.
It's not.
Well, I hope it
Spoilers.
does. I hope it does. So you're going to be going there. R2D2 is a bit dull in the Rebel Alliance, I'm not going to lie. So who was number 3 in your list? That was Kanan. So Kanan's target now goes. Your calculator's gone from the previous round as well.
Thank you.
We're on to the next round, so we're on round 5. And the game proceeds at a nice clip now, I think, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do think so. Right. Forgetting that stress last round
that was huge.
Is a very, very, very bad
That was
mistake.
absolutely huge.
The good thing is, I think where you were going to go. So Kanan's dead. Mando's stressed, which means
he's limited in what he can do.
he is limited in what he can do.
Very much so.
I think we just have to play safe. How I wish the Millennium Falcon still had the hard one from first edition. It really was a sad day when I opened my conversion kit and I saw the Millennium Falcon's die. I was like, oh no, they've taken the hard one away from Han, which was very strong. And they gave it to Boba Fett.
They did. Who deserves it? I mean, now that I'm playing Scum, obviously I believe he deserves it.
I think you're right. To be fair, like Fett was a bit rubbish in first edition, so see him in second ed.
Be a bit more of a beast, especially at the beginning of second ed, wasn't he? He was incredible.
And he was a monster.
So that's a hit and a crit from me, Dave.
I'll have 3 hits, but it doesn't matter. You rolled a crit. You are the first player. So I kind of like this because I get to see where you're going now.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was really hoping you were going to win that one. So never mind. Yeah. Okay. So the question is how we want to set up our angles here.
So the Mando, he doesn't have a lot of shields. He only has 2 shields, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we try and get as many games on the channel as we possibly can.
Yeah. What else do you got? Well, you've got quite a lot planned with me
We've
already.
got Battlestar.
Yes.
We've got a few things. I think me and Clay are going to do some more Arkham. I don't think we're going to do. We did that on stream, and it was so complex trying to talk on stream and run a game of Arkham, which is actually quite a complicated LCG.
We'll do Bobber first. Bobber is obviously going to bump because I don't think there was a way of me resting my dial here that didn't involve.
Ooh, this is a risky one. Let me just move the child. Poor little Grogu. Let's move him away.
I was going to say, has he landed? Do you think he probably has?
He might have rocked it.
He might have rocked. That would be very upsetting.
That'd be as huge as my forgetting about the thing. So
no, because he has to tractor, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Early on the line, so he'll actually end up like that.
It's okay. Do you wish to take a stress?
Oops, excuse me, I just messed that up.
Or do you want to take? Well, the only action you can take is.
I can only action because I bumped, so I can't.
That's good for me. So you can't take the objective.
No, I cannot. I will not take the stress.
Okay.
No, because I think I really need to be in a better position next turn. And well, unfortunately, the Mandalorian cannot execute his action. He's already bumped. He will just not move.
Okay. Right. That's interesting. Luke is doing a 2 straight. And that's where this random player order really kicks in. Like for those players that are a bit recalcitrant about it and not really reluctant to try out these rules, yes, they make it a bit more chaotic, but then again, it makes it feel a little bit more like a dogfight.
And I think X-Wing obviously is a game that does have a huge amount of RNG. We saw at the beginning your opening dice salvos were incredible, and then I have been able to bring that back a little bit. Ahsoka obviously hadn't done so well. And actually,
she didn't really bother turning up, really, did she? Nor did Kanan, to be fair.
But the random dice order, if you like, gives a little bit more of that uncontrollable nature that kind of means that you will continue to play on when normally you might have
yes, absolutely.
Shake hands.
I think there's some games where you're like, no, I've lost this.
Yeah.
And that still exists in this.
Wings.
Yeah, sorry, I did mean to.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I did mean to shut them.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Again, because we're yapping, I probably.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to do, because that was in my brain, so I need to close the wings this turn and boost. We're not playing tournament style here tonight, we're playing, Sam's never played this before. Han. He's going to do Han things.
Yeah, straight round in asteroids. Looking for that bounty hunter. Thinks you might have found him.
Well, I think I've got shots on both here. It's whoever's really the easier of the two, and I think it's probably going to be Mando. My guns are sideways, but I've got you in arc there.
You do.
Han is going to focus up. Or do I just... No, focus, Dave, focus. That's the thing, they give the Millennium Falcon this evadey thing.
Yes.
Hey, John. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hi, John.
Yeah, Ahsoka didn't turn up, John, and nor did Kanan. They both just exploded. Right. Han Solo into the Mando.
Yes.
It's a range one.
Very much a range one.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to Han reroll that.
Okay.
Into a less good roll.
Could I strike a 000 there?
I'll give you a
Yeah,
calculator.
that's what we would. Yeah.
Because Han don't really want to
He
stress
doesn't
it.
care. No.
That's not the best
Not what
roll.
you wanted. No.
I'll be absolutely honest. I think I'm just going to spend the focus
Spend
for
the focus.
2. So you have an agility of 2. Let's take those out of the tray.
I have got one of those. I'm actually going to spend the force
To take nothing.
to take nothing.
Because I'm a merciful pursuer,
Yes.
not a merciless.
No.
We're trying to rescue that poor little.
You might just take a.
I'm going to take my free target
cheeky-
lock.
cheeky
I'm going to take my free
target lock.
cheeky target lock here.
No, that's quite fair enough. Well, Mando doesn't have a shot, but Boba does have a range 1 shot
Into Captain Solo.
into Captain Solo. Chills, Dave. Boba and Captain Solo back together. That's always exciting. This is what you wanted, isn't it, Captain Solo? This was how you needed it to be.
Like Captain Solo, not to whiff on an attack roll again.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I'm obviously comfortable with him.
Of course you are.
With him. So I'm going to re-roll this with his range 1 ability.
Yep.
That has actually nodged that. That was there.
Yep.
And I'll spend the calculate for 3 hits.
Okay. I will evade and take 2 shields. So that's the first damage Han has taken, so
First
he's
on
still got
hand.
3 shields and a gajillion hull.
Very good.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, thanks for coming to see us tonight, John. Hopefully we can see you soon down neutral ground. That would be really
So-
spicy.
End of turn.
End of turn, we're going to have a slight earthquake. I score 2 points, you score 1.
I do. Need to change that very soon. You are just.
I
sneaking.
am just edging it away.
Sneaking
However, the
ahead of
damage
me.
output has been a bit, as we like to call here in Britain, rubbish.
Rubbish. Okay.
Right. Going to set dials in round whatever it is, because this thing counts down and it hurts my brain. Okay, Han, where are you going to go? So yeah, if you live in the southwest area of the United Kingdom, there's a tournament coming up actually on the 22nd. Our good friend Sean Orlando Samuels is running an X-Wing event at Neutral Ground in Plymouth. Starts at 11 o'clock, I think, or 10 o'clock, something like that.
One of those.
It's a standard event, so it's going to be nice to get some sort of standard play back in the community here. So yeah, if you're in the area and you fancy a jolly to Plymouth for the day, it might drizzle here a bit, you never know. You might be lucky. But yeah, it's good to see some tournament X-Wing starting again.
Yeah, it really is.
He said, we need to drag John back.
Yeah, come on, John.
Come on, John. Stop playing that Marvel game.
What Marvel game, Dave? Didn't realise there was another game out there. No.
Ah, that's true. Okay, so off the first player. I have focus, hit. You have. I beat you because I have a focus.
do.
So
I'll pass that
get
back to
this.
you.
We're just doing this for the benefit of the stream. We don't actually really want to use that. It's not like we can't actually remember. I will open my S-Files this
Yes,
turn.
you will.
Could you do me a talon roll left, please?
Talon roll left.
To my left, not your left. Obviously,
Yeah,
that
of
would be
course.
that
Yeah,
would
that'd be
dumb
a bit.
So my left, that way.
That way. Okay. You gestured that way, so I just assumed. Where do you want it?
Front, please.
Like that?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
And get stress for doing said red maneuver. Let's open those wings off on the
lovely new model that can do that.
Well, we say new, it's not new anymore, is it? It's been out for a couple of days.
It's not new at all.
Hello Geek Daddy, thanks for tuning in tonight. It was good to hang out with you this afternoon. We established that when Sam arrived at my house this evening that he was one of the viewers. So, ooh, what have we got here?
I just thought, let's try and disrupt. If we can, or at the very least. I was kind of hoping I might be in a better position to chase down Luke, but...
Oh, well, we'll let you off, John, because it's your daughter's birthday for not coming to the event.
Go on then, John.
Happy birthday to Jessica. What's she now, like 10, 11? 11? I don't know, like 12? I don't know. It's great seeing people tune in as well, supporting the channel. It's been a hectic week. We have been online a lot. I've never done live streaming before, and it's been a little bit of an experience. All the Mando is going in. Was that a blue maneuver?
There are no blue maneuvers on the dial.
What?
No, it's not quite that. It's not quite that bad. The Mando, once he has stress, will keep it for a while.
Unless he goes straight.
He can go straight, and he's all good.
He can go straight. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Captain Solo is doing a 3-bank.
But for the friends on the stream, this is the first time I've played the Mando. I probably should have read the dial before I committed him to an asteroid belt.
Yeah, you're not actually going into an asteroid field.
One of the options.
Well, I think there's only one move here, and as much as I want to take that objective from you, I don't have to rotate to my gun's side. My gun's pointing this way.
To the side. Okay.
What I have to do is get out of Boba Fett's fire arc.
That's fair.
So I'm just going to do a 1 straight boost here.
Okay.
Should keep my guns on the Mando. And hopefully get me out of Boba Fett's arc. I think it does, so that's your token there. Could you grab me another beverage out of the fridge, please? So I'm going to have one of those mighty chocolate orange stouts.
I think I might as well.
11 going on 21, yes. Thank you, sir.
That's all right.
But yeah. It's nice to be playing some X-Wing. Like, we probably would have gone down the shop tonight, but I can't really live stream down the shop because Neutral Ground's Wi-Fi is a bit bad.
Yeah, and lots of people.
Lots of people.
I really want to... I haven't been down to the shop now for 3 weeks. It's just been bad luck. It's not that I don't want to. I'm hoping to take this list very soon and to make Markham.
It seems good. I think Kanan really needs to be protected as much as possible. It's very hard because I know how good he is, so I was like, no, he can get in the bin. Han. So closest point is obstructed. So we're going to do a range 2 trick shot through that rock.
Yep, I see your point.
Because obviously that's where the art ends there.
Yeah.
The closest point is
going to be
there.
It is
So we've got 4 dice attack coming in. Am I at range 1 of the asteroid? I am, so I can do the cheeky Han reroll. I've got 2 there. I'm kind of like playing like Matt Coles at the moment. 2 isn't great. I'll be honest. 2 isn't really filling me with much.
Joy. No.
Like, no, it's not. I'm going to hard reroll. I'm doing this is known in Plymouth as doing a Coles.
Nothing.
And I did a Coles. 4 hits.
Oh, Mando. Oh dear. Oh, that upsets me.
Well, you're going to get to recover some force this week.
I am.
I'm being merciful.
You're being merciful.
Oh dear.
And it was a standard rebel blank out. They know he's a good guy, really. I will take 2 shields, 2 hits. But I will get my force back.
You will get a force back. The daft thing is, even if that dice roll had gone bad, I could have still re-rolled using the target lock because Han's ability doesn't count.
Yeah.
Put these off the board again. Okay. So we've got Luke Skywalker.
Yes, I don't think Bob has got anything at all.
No. I was the first player, wasn't I? So
sorry, you were the first player, so definitely Luke Skywalker, yes. What do you want to do?
The choice is, do we pound in onto Mando, who's in a objective stealing position here?
He is.
So we got the range 3 on Mandalorian. We have got a just range 2 on Boba, and Boba is not a range 1 of anybody.
He's not for the first time.
He's only lost a shield, but let's see if we can put those shields down.
Why not?
With a bit of Jedi trickery. I'm going to roll that into the tray, because even though there's a focus, I'm going to roll it into the tray. If it lands out the tray, we roll it into the tray. So 3 hits onto Fett.
3 hits onto Fett. Two shields. Yeah, 2 shields. I think we can both be okay with that for this turn, can't we? Okay.
And no full spend. No.
Fair. We're back. We are back.
Well, at least the Mandalorian can go straight this turn.
Yes. Which you're not particularly happy about, but I obviously am.
Wow. Bobber's dial, once you stress it, isn't the best. Han, you got to move. You got to do some shifting here to get back in that fight.
It really does.
We shall see. I think, like now you know the frustration of Han Solo, because I think for about the past 6 months, all I've faced is Han Solo, or occasionally Rey.
Yeah.
So it's quite ironic. The sense of irony is not lost here. Okay.
I must admit, I am enjoying that the first time you played an X-Wing, you rolled better than I have in a year. Which
what can I say? Dice love you.
First X-Wing.
Focus hit.
Focus hit. That's looking like a great opening. And yes.
Focus beats this though. So you are first player this round.
I am indeed. That's quite okay with me. I'm just going to pop one forward. I need to start getting some points, Dave.
We didn't do the points at the end of the last round, did we? We didn't.
No, we didn't.
So I get 2, you get 1.
Yes. Good shout. Good shout. I will be taking this this middle point off you.
I thought you might. That seemed legit.
Unsurprisingly.
Now, is Fett turning towards Luke or is he going for Captain Solo?
He's turning towards Luke.
He's like, down with the stress, I'm just going to park this way.
Absolutely. I think I would have preferred to have moved second.
Oh, absolutely. With Boba Fett's boost action without a doubt.
I've got a lot of... there is an option here for Luke to be gunning towards Mando, which is concerning. Yes, a little bit like that.
I don't know if this is going to clear Boba though, but if it does, I've parked in front, and I am going to be strict with myself here because I'm not going to ask for the take.
You didn't open the wings.
I'm not going to ask for the takes you back again.
No, that's fair.
However, I might be able to barrel roll forward out of your arc.
Possibly.
So Luke is going to take that barrel roll.
Okay.
Because he's.
You good on that side? Do you want me to? No, you're good. Yeah.
I think I should be okay here. I don't think it is, but it might put me out of range.
It might put you out of range 1, and that could be huge.
So he's just going to barrel roll there. He's Luke Skywalker, he's Jedi Knight.
He's got Force.
I should have shut the wings though, because that was, again, this just shows you by not playing consistently how things are. So I'm just going to hard 2 with Han Solo.
So just to let you know, we are approaching the final 10 minutes of the game.
Ooh, wow, this has gone fast. All right, range 1, I'm going to turn that to me.
Why not?
And my guns are sideways, so there is a slim chance of a Mando shot here. So let's have a look. Yes, there is a range 3 downtown.
Downtown, fantastic.
Not obstructed though, which is kind of good. Am I range 1 of an obstacle? I don't think I am. There is no. So I didn't. My action was to do this.
It was, yeah.
So this is just as I roll it.
It's just going to be out of hand.
Hit crits.
Hit crit is not bad. And we do dodge it though.
Good old.
We've learned our lesson from the last engagement.
And then your first player, so Bobby gets a shot.
Brilliant. So can we just, let's just slide that in there.
It's range 1. I didn't get out. And it is an arc still. I tried. I had to try.
You have to try. So Bob was obviously getting a re-roll here, but that's it. Just one re-roll. And I will.
Just one re-roll into almost. Oh, you did a stress or calculated.
I knew I'd missed it, so it's fine.
But you didn't do triple zero.
I know. I missed it before I picked up the dice, so that's my bad. You missed 1, I missed 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still a big hit. There's a good dodge from Mr. Skywalker. Then, he is going to shoot into Mando.
Yeah. Range 2.
I'm going to just check him for bullseye here. So,
yes.
Finger on. No. I don't think that couldn't be any closer. That couldn't be any closer to bullseye.
No, I agree.
But it's Luke. He's got the force.
It's guns.
He's a Jedi like his father before him.
Yes.
He used one of those force for 2 hits onto the Mando.
2 hits is brilliant. But I will natty out.
Okay, because that's how it rolls. I'm going to acquire a lock on you using merciful.
Merciful.
Am I not merciful?
Right, yeah, indeed.
Wow, that was a really dull turn. That is 2 points to me.
You 1 to me.
So the scores on the doors are 3, 6, 9, 12. I've got 16, and you have
I'm on
got.
to only 12, so I can't capture more than 1 point a turn at this point, which is a shame.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
No, let's
Well,
do
Dials first.
We move into so this is
Yes.
5 rounds remaining. I believe that makes it turn 7.
That's what you say.
Maybe even turn 8. I don't know. Maths is not my strong point after 2 beers. Well, Mr. Mandalorian. Well. He has got 5 hull left, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, Luke got away quite lightly there. Okay, Bobby. The good thing is I know you can't boost after me unless you do the slow moves. It's 1 straight, 2 straight, and the 1 bounce. I believe I blew on the fire spray, so you can't. You can do the 1 bank, I suppose, but it depends. If your first play, the 1 bank isn't the best dialed in manoeuvre. So. May regret this.
That's what I'm hoping.
Right.
Roll for
first player, yeah. 1 crit is better than your no crit.
Better than my no crit.
So I get this back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to close my wings. I'm just going to do a 2 straight.
That's fair.
And I am going to focus up this time.
Okay.
It depends where Mando goes as to what happens
Yeah.
to Luke this round. So, he's doing that. And it's back to you.
Fantastic. Bobber is going to just slip in behind him. I think that was always on the cards. We kind of had to.
It's a hard one, mate. You
Oh, sorry, I have done a hard one.
Yeah.
In fact, I did a hard one. I did a hard one intentionally because if I won the dice roll, I didn't want to bump you. So
Keeping the stress, but you don't really care.
no.
Right up my bottom.
Yes.
Where's Mando going? What's he doing? 'Cause he's
So Mando, I had a lot of options with. Okay. Because the Mandalorian dial is a bit fun. Very exciting dial. I'm really looking forward to playing more of the ship actually. So I could have potentially taloned there, but then I was a little bit worried about overshooting. But it also then faces me towards a rock next turn, which seemed a bad idea. I could sort of just charge onto this point. I could come down and try and miss Luke. If I miss Luke, I don't get this. At the end of the day, Luke is going to shoot me, I think. So what we've decided to do is to go too hard towards this point,
towards Captain Solo.
in the hopes that I can, as an action, capture that, putting me on 2 points for the end of turn, and I'm going to rely quite heavily on that force for what I think is about to be a lot of pain.
I think you're right there. I'm going to do a hard 2 of Han.
Okay.
So he's coming back into the asteroid field because that's how he rolls. The only thing is my guns are facing the side, so I have got a side shot there. I think again it's that beautiful trick shot.
It might be a trick shot again. Your trick shot, you've lined those trick shots up really well this turn. This game.
I really like Han Solo. Han Solo's really good. He's going to take a focus action.
And I love the fact in 2.6, we would call it, we can have those upgrades on him. So he does get that trick shot, he does get that suppressive gun.
It feels, the characters feel like the characters.
Yeah.
They've nerfed some stuff to oblivion, generic pilots and stuff.
First 2 games we played, obviously I was running Han and he was a beast, wasn't he? He was incredible.
He really is a beast. We have got, it's a range 3 obstructed.
Range 3 obstructed.
It's definitely obstructed.
Yeah.
So, 4 dice, trick shot.
Indeed.
I'm going to Han re-roll 3 blanks and a focus.
That makes perfect sense to me.
I'm then going to spend the target lock
Okay.
because Han Solo is a crazy guy, and I'm going to spend. So it's 3 hits.
Spend
You've
the
got
3
3
hits.
green dice coming in.
Should be 4.
4, yes, 4 because it's range 3, isn't
Yeah.
it?
That's terrible. So what are we looking at? We're possibly going to take quite a bit of damage this turn. We know Luke is coming in as well. There's not really any benefit to not spending now, I suppose. So yeah, that's fine. We'll so I'll spend 2 force, under the understanding that I'm going to take a damage anyway.
Yeah, so you're
Which
going
will then-
to get one of those.
which means I'll then get
so
one of those back.
take 1 damage
Yeah.
and recover 1 force.
That seems the best outcome for me.
It does. You've got 4 health left. Well, Luke's going to fire that second proton torpedo. We're going to try and disable the ship. We're not blowing.
We're not blowing it up.
We're not trying to kill.
Yeah.
I'm trying to disable. So
Okay.
in the narrative, I'm going to try and take out those engines. So proton torpedo. This is my last one. Red 5 going in. I will target lock. That merciless pursuit is actually quite.
I was going to say the merciless pursuit has helped you so much this game.
Well, it has.
With all of the rockets and the free, and it's giving you the double mod that Rebels don't normally
Yeah.
have. Which,
And with
and with him it's triple.
with the torpedo meta
Yeah.
that you're in, it's almost like is the child a good idea?
Well, it's a question I'm now asking myself actually.
I'll spend
yeah.
I'll spend a focus token for 2 hits, and I'm going to proton torpedo into 2 crits.
That could be devastating.
This could be game here and now.
It could indeed. Right. So that is just going to be 1. So I'm going to take
Hit, crit.
crit.
So we need fuel leaks or directs here, and we know 2 directs have already gone. Hit.
The crit is a console fire, and the second crit is a direct.
Oh, you pulled 3 out of 5 tonight.
Done it.
Okay, so how many points is Mando
I
worth?
think he's 7. Just going to double check very quickly. Mandalorian is indeed 7 points.
Oh, that is a huge volley of fire from Luke Skywalker. Putting me well over the 20 threshold. He does get to he's there
got
into he's got no shot.
Got no shot.
Technically he's not removed yet.
But I'm
he is.
definitely going to see whether
Bobber can
Bobber can at least give us some.
Well, you've got fearless and marksmanship,
I do.
and I'm in the bullseye, and you've got a reroll.
Yes.
So Luke's not out of the woods here.
No. My hope is to take as many of these points as I possibly can.
Han did some work in those last couple of turns.
Yeah. So I
That's
will
not the best, is it?
reroll one of those
And fearless
spin
one.
for the other one. It's just going to be hit and crit,
Use the force.
and it's going to
Take
be all right.
nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's game.
That is game. Good game, sir.
That was a
Thank
good.
you.
It was.
That was brilliant.
And look
And
at that.
just
time
as
all
the
round.
timer goes.
Well, that actually went the full distance, so that probably is going to be the final game this evening. If it was a quick game, we were going to have
We
a
could
second.
probably have another one, but I think by the time we rack, it's going to be.
It's going to be a little bit late.
I mean, initial thoughts. Bobber, what a champion is Bobber.
He's been
What a
amazing
player.
since second edition. He's been amazing.
I mean, I know that it's not looking particularly fantastic for our viewers, but if I had taken Luke out, I would be 1 short from victory, and I think I've had a couple of decent rounds of dice.
Good evade rolls from Luke.
So very good.
Right, very good evade rolls. Han wasn't really. There was that one turn you got a shot on Han, but he just did what Han does, which is initiative 6, arc dodging, and just being a real pain in the bum.
I mean, the child I had to take. It's Grogu, isn't it? He's our Lord and Saviour. I had to give him a
Cheers,
bit
John. See you soon, buddy.
Cheers, John. I had to give him a bit of a chance, but you're right. I think, especially with the re-rolls that he's given your team, it may be worth
I think that
second
card underneath
guessing.
it. You didn't use your card all game.
I didn't. I had two chances where I really wanted to, but it was.
What did you have for the viewers' benefit?
No, that's okay. So under the Razor Crest, for anybody who doesn't know, the Razor Crest allows you to put
A cheeky upgrade.
A cheeky little upgrade on there and take it for free.
Contraband
We'll
cybernetics.
just put it there. Contraband cybernetics.
I think you could put false transponders under.
I think false transponders under would be incredible.
If you're taking the child, I think false transponders is probably a must.
Just to give that, we did try the ablative plating today because I did think to myself, against Han in particular, bring you into a melee and then skip over a few rocks for free.
Yeah, ding, yeah.
Yeah, but there were just, I think, especially in our little mess there, there was a couple of turns where losing random dice.
We both made a couple of mistakes as well. Like me
yeah.
setting a red move when Luke was stressed was dumb. And obviously you made a mistake as well. You forgot a couple of bits and bobs.
I did. I forgot 000 a couple of times. I knew I was going to do that. But on the whole, really good game.
It was good. It wasn't really until the end.
No.
Where it kind of went a bit.
I felt a little behind from the mid game, especially losing Kanan so early. But I knew full well if I could just pick off Luke and a couple of points, that was mine to win. And that's what I like about 2.6. It's all in there, isn't it? Until the final.
A game is a game, and unless you're very unlucky, the game it really is a game. And then the objectives, well, you saw, I harvested quite a lot of points from them.
You really did. In fact, I originally thought, well, I'll catch this one easily. I can sleep in. My ships are faster. Grab the second point and harvest 2, and bringing in as you did on the engagement was a really good call. And I think if I hadn't been quite so afraid of that initial double volley. Perhaps I could have made that play too. So yeah, it was good decisions and decisions that mattered. And that's what we're looking for.
It was a fun game. It was good. Well, thank you for those of you that tuned in live. Obviously, if you're watching this and catch up, thank you. Just like to say one more time, we're raising money for the Children's Society.
Please donate.
Please donate, but don't feel obliged to. We know times are tough for everybody, no matter where you are in the world. But thank you for tuning in. We'll be back, I believe, on Saturday. Sam's going to be here again. And we're going to be playing the amazing out-of-print Battlestar Galactica board.
What a game!
Which is one of the, and you've still got yours in shrink wrap, so you just play with mine.
I do.
But that's all for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Take care.